Welcome to the 10 Minutes Gold Mine, where every book gives you a treasure of knowledge in just 10 minutes. The Rosie Project by Graeme Simsion. Introduction. The Rosie Project by Graeme Simsion is a charming, funny, and heartwarming romantic comedy about love, relationships, and personal growth. It follows Don Tillman, a genetics professor who is highly intelligent but socially awkward, as he embarks on a quest to find the perfect wife. What starts as a logical and methodical attempt to find a partner soon turns into a deeply transformative journey where Don learns that love isn't about perfection, it's about accepting imperfections. This story explores themes of acceptance, change, and how love often arrives in the most unexpected ways. Part 1. The Man Behind the Project. Don Tillman is a 39-year-old genetics professor who, despite his academic brilliance, struggles with social interactions. Don's life is highly structured and predictable. He thrives in a world of facts, logic, and routines, and this leaves him ill-prepared to deal with the unpredictability of human emotions and relationships. His strict personality often leads him to misinterpret social cues and misunderstand people's intentions, which makes him appear somewhat aloof and distant to others. To solve his problem of finding a life partner, Don decides to embark on what he calls the Wife Project. He creates a comprehensive and detailed questionnaire to find the perfect woman. The questionnaire includes questions about diet, punctuality, smoking habits, and other preferences that align with Don's rigid worldview. He believes that by eliminating women who do not fit his very specific criteria, he will be able to find the ideal partner. While his method is logical, it shows that Don does not fully understand the complexity and unpredictability of human relationships. Instead of relying on emotional connections or chemistry, he tries to reduce love to a scientific formula, something that can be calculated and measured. This approach leads to humorous situations, as Don's interactions with others reveal how out of touch he is with the world of romance and relationships. Part 2. Meeting Rosie. Don's quest to find the perfect wife takes an unexpected turn when he meets Rosie Jarman. Rosie is a bartender with a vibrant personality and a love for adventure. She is spontaneous, emotional, and unapologetically herself, everything that Don is not. She is not interested in his scientific approach to relationships and certainly does not meet any of the criteria on his questionnaire. Despite this, Don and Rosie form an unlikely bond when Rosie asks Don to help her find her biological father. Rosie's quest to track down her biological father becomes a project that is completely unrelated to Don's search for a wife. However, she convinces him to assist her, and their relationship slowly begins to evolve. Rosie is chaotic and impulsive, qualities that Don finds both frustrating and intriguing. The contrast between their personalities creates plenty of humorous and awkward situations, but as they spend more time together, Don begins to see Rosie in a new light. This is a turning point in the novel, as Don starts to step outside of his comfort zone. While Rosie challenges his orderly world, she also introduces him to a side of life he has never experienced. Her free-spirited nature forces Don to rethink the rigid rules he has imposed on himself and reconsider what it means to truly connect with someone. As they continue their work together, Don and Rosie develop a bond that is both deep and unexpected. Part 3. The Unlikely Friendship. As Don and Rosie work together to find her biological father, their bond grows stronger. Don's initial attempts to maintain emotional distance become increasingly difficult as he begins to appreciate Rosie's wit, charm, and honesty. For the first time in his life, Don finds himself feeling something beyond his usual logical calculations. Rosie, on the other hand, learns that there is value in structure and planning. While she is still impulsive and unpredictable, she begins to see that Don's meticulous nature has some merit. As their friendship deepens, both characters begin to influence each other in unexpected ways, and the relationship starts to evolve from a simple project into something much more complex. Throughout this part of the story, the reader sees Don's internal struggle as he grapples with his feelings for Rosie. He finds himself caught between his need for order and his growing affection for her. Don's journey is one of self-discovery, as he learns that love is not something that can be planned or measured. It is something that must be felt and embraced, even if it doesn't fit into a neat and tidy formula. Part 4. The Romance That Blossoms. As their relationship continues to develop, it becomes clear that Don and Rosie have a genuine connection. Despite their differences, they are drawn to each other in ways neither of them fully understands. Don, who has always been focused on logic and reason, finds himself confronting emotions that he has long suppressed. Rosie, with her carefree and spontaneous approach to life, teaches Don the importance of embracing uncertainty and living in the moment. The romance between Don and Rosie is not immediate. It builds slowly and steadily, with both characters resisting their feelings for one another. Don, in particular, struggles to let go of his rigid expectations and embrace the idea that love might not look the way he had imagined. But as their friendship deepens into something more, Don begins to realize that Rosie is not a project to be fixed. She is someone he genuinely cares for, flaws and all. Rosie, for her part, learns that love requires more than just passion and spontaneity. While she has always acted on impulse, she begins to see that relationships require patience, compromise, and mutual understanding. Don's stability and calmness balance her unpredictability, and together, they form a relationship that is both surprising and meaningful. Part 5. The Challenges They Face. Even as Don and Rosie grow closer, their relationship faces obstacles. Don's obsession with his questionnaire and his desire to control everything in his life lead to moments of tension between the two. Rosie's emotional nature and her tendency to act without thinking create conflicts as well. However, both characters begin to understand that love requires compromise and vulnerability. As Don confronts his feelings for Rosie, he learns to be more open with his emotions and accept that he cannot control everything in life. Rosie, meanwhile, learns to appreciate the value of planning and thinking things through. Both characters grow and change in ways that make their relationship stronger. The obstacles they face only serve to strengthen their bond. Through their struggles, Don and Rosie come to understand that love is not about finding the perfect person. It's about accepting one another's imperfections and building a life together despite the challenges. The lessons they learn through their relationship are profound and life-changing, and by the end of the novel, both characters have experienced significant personal growth. Conclusion. What does the Rosie Project teach us? The Rosie Project is ultimately a story about love, self-acceptance, and personal growth. It shows that love doesn't follow a logical formula and that sometimes the best things in life are the ones that are unplanned and unexpected. Don Tillman's journey is a reminder that we are all imperfect, and it is these imperfections that make us unique and lovable. Don and Rosie's relationship teaches us that true connection is about more than just compatibility. It's about accepting each other's flaws and finding a way to make it work. The novel emphasizes the importance of personal growth and the willingness to step outside of our comfort zones in order to experience the fullness of life and love. What do you think of Don and Rosie's relationship? Do you believe that opposites really do attract? How do you think their differences help them grow as individuals and as a couple? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. That's it for today's 10 Minutes Gold Mine. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep mining for more golden knowledge. See you in the next one.